As a new entrepreneur, if you're doing this, you're wasting a whole lot of time. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Brian Mills, speaker, author, and founder of Legacy Ignites Coaching and Consulting LLC. Here, new and aspiring entrepreneurs learn how to take full authority over their lives by changing their minds. Now, let's get into the video. All right, guys, so there's one thing that you've been doing that is costing you so much of your time and your energy, and I call it the backpack syndrome. What is the backpack syndrome? It's you are trying to carry everyone with you on your back on the road to turning your goals, your dreams, your desires into a reality. Now, I want to explain this to you with a little illustration that the Lord gave me. He said, it's like you're at the bottom of a tree, and you've got everyone that you want to be successful with you at the bottom of the tree. Now, and when you look up, you can see that there's fruit at the top of the tree. The fruit represents your goals, your dreams, your desires, your vision. The problem is the others that are with you cannot see the fruit that's at the top of the tree because it's not their vision, it is your vision, and you're the only one that can see it. What happens is, you're trying to convince everybody, you're trying to tell everybody that, hey, there's fruit at the top of the tree, let's go. They don't want to join you on your journey because they can't see the fruit. They think that you're doing something that's crazy, it's something out of the norm, you're chasing fool's gold. Now, what ends up happening is you develop backpack syndrome. They don't want to climb with you, so you decide, I'm gonna put them on my back and I'm gonna climb the tree with them. What's the problem with that? As long as you're trying to climb the tree with everyone on your back weighing you down, you'll never reach. All that's gonna happen is you're gonna get burnt out, you're gonna get tired and exhausted, and eventually, if you don't learn, you will give up on your dream and you'll start to lose sight of the vision of your goal and take on the mindset of the majority of people at the bottom of the tree. Now, it's not their fault that they're down there at the bottom. Remember, I said it's not their vision, it's yours. So what do you have to do? You have to learn to leave them at the bottom, climb the tree by yourself, get the fruit, and then come back down. Once they've seen the fruit of your labor, once they've seen the results that you have produced, that's when they will look up and see the fruit that's at the top of the tree. And some of them will climb with you, and some of them will see other trees with other fruit and decide to climb on their own as well. Now, let's move on to the next point. The next point is I want you to stop explaining and start showing. Let me explain it to you like this. Many entrepreneurs have heard of the story of Roger Bannister. It's the first person to run a mile in under 4 minutes. Now, everybody explains Roger Bannister's story and highlights that after he ran the mile in 4 minutes, was told by doctors and professionals and everybody that it was impossible to do it. There's no way you can get that done. After he was told that, he decided to do it anyway, and they explain it as he got it and accomplished the goal, ran the mile under 4 minutes. Hundreds, thousands, and millions of people have been doing it since then. But there's a point that I want to emphasize on that story that most people don't emphasize, and it's the pacers that he got with him to pace him along that journey. Now, if I remember correctly from high school, most track sizes, it takes 4 laps to complete a mile on a track. What Roger Bannister did was he got 4 people to pace him along those laps. Now, what the responsibilities of the pacers were to run each lap in a certain amount of time so that he can complete the mile, in the time that he needed to complete it in. The pacers weren't designed to run the entire mile with him. You got to understand that the pacers, in the pacers' mind, they probably didn't believe that he can run a mile in less than 4 minutes. Roger Bannister probably knew that they don't believe that he could run a mile in under 4 minutes. But what they did believe is that they can run a lap in a certain amount of time. And that's all he needed them to do. So I want to say this to you. Stop explaining to everyone that's at the bottom of the tree that they need to climb it, they need to improve, they need to do certain things. Stop trying to explain to them and start showing them. Now, how do you show them? It's you have to learn now to do it on your own. No more explaining. No more trying to convince people about your vision. No more trying to convince people about your dream. It's your dream. It's your vision. It's not theirs. Do it on your own. Now, as you start to climb this tree, to go after the fruit, go after the goal, the vision, the desire, you're going to find pacers along the way. What are the pacers that you're going to find? Those are going to be mentors. Those are going to be friendly rivals. Those are going to be business partners that are going to be with you, that are going to help you along the journey. But you have to understand, they might not believe that you can reach the fruit that's at the top of the tree. And they're not supposed to. Remember, I said with Bannister, those pacers weren't designed to run the entire mile with him. They were only designed and there to run a lap in a certain amount of time. So you're going to find mentors that can bring you to a place in a certain amount of time. They're going to bring you to a place within a certain season. And once they brought you to that place, that relationship is done. And you have to understand this. I'm not saying that you're never going to speak with them again or your relationship has to deteriorate. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is their mentorship for that season in your life has come to an end. Yes, you can always go back to them for points and tips in that area, but not for where you're going. They weren't designed to be with you for the entirety of your journey. So now you have to realize, okay, they're going to be with me for this point. As you're climbing more, you're going to realize another pacer, another mentor comes up, and that mentor is going to bring you to another place and another place and another place. And before you know it, you've reached the top of the tree and you've grabbed the fruit. And now you can come back down with it and share it with those that are around you. But I want to say this. There's something that is preventing you from doing it. You see, you as a new entrepreneur, and I want to bring this to a common level. I want to be real with you guys. There are many of you, and I want to speak specifically to young men and young women. There are many of you that live on the block, right? You have friends, but you know in yourself that you have the potential to be great. You have the potential to do things better than how your friends and family and the people that you've grown up and been around are doing. And the problem is you won't do the best that you can do because you know that as soon as you start doing the best that you can do, you're going to outgrow your environment. You're going to outgrow the people that are around you. You're going to outgrow their capacity, their mindset. You're going to outgrow their ability to see and conceive what you're doing. And that frightens you as a new entrepreneur. So what do? And not even a new entrepreneur, just an individual. What do? You subconsciously and sometimes even consciously sabotage yourself. When you're around them, you act like you have no type of sense. You do things that you wouldn't normally do. But when you're outside of their presence, you notice that you do the best that you can do and people praise you for it. But when you get around the people that you grew up with and you do the best that you can do, you realize that they ridicule you for it. Tell me if this sounds familiar. They start telling you, oh, you think you're better than everybody. Oh, you're a know-it-all now. You think you have all the answers. But when you it's funny how when you get around people that you don't know, when you get around a new circle of friends, a new circle of influence, and you do the best that you can do, they say, wow, you're so wise. Man, you're wiser than people your age. So I want to let you guys know that. Do the best you can do and be willing to go it alone. Don't waste your time trying to carry everybody on your back. Be willing to leave them behind for a time so that you can go after the fruit. Stop explaining and start showing, right? Make sure you guys follow us on Facebook. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. I hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, comment below. I'd love to have a conversation with you guys. Follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. I'll leave the links to my pages in the comments below. Talk to you guys real soon.